Good morning and welcome to Gospel Bytes, where we take a bite at the Gospel for the day. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Glory to you, O Lord. This is taken from Luke 9, chapter 51 to 56. When the days for Jesus to be taken up were fulfilled, he resolutely determined to journey to Jerusalem, and he sent messengers ahead of him. On the way, they entered a Samaritan village to prepare for his reception there, but they would not welcome him, because the destination of his journey was Jerusalem. When the disciples, James and John, saw this, they asked, "Lord, do you want us to call down fire from heaven to consume them?" Jesus turned and rebuked them, and they journeyed to another village. The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. So Jesus was heading to Jerusalem, and he has to pass through a Samaritan village. And just imagine these people who maybe they have heard a little bit about the miracles, the healings of Jesus. And then to know that the blessings and the power that Jesus was carrying or possessing was not for them, but for the people in Jerusalem, for the Jews. So they must have felt rejected, and they must have felt, well, you know, what is your, what will we get out of this? So, they rejected Jesus. And that's why James and John thought that, well, they took it personal. They're rejecting us. And so they wanted fire to come down to destroy the villages. I think they have an idea of the real power of Jesus. Although maybe if he was truly God, we're not sure how much they really were convinced that he was really the Son of God. But they knew that Jesus had command of the sea and the wave and uh, the waters and the wind. So he was sort of a very powerful uh, Lord, and he's capable of doing that. But Jesus said no, no. We know that his ministry was mostly directed to the Jews. There were a few Samaritans who came, even a centurion, you know, but his mission was really to the Jews. Why? Because the Jews were prepared by John the Baptist. He was introduced to them. That is why it's very important that we evangelize, because otherwise people will know about Christ. uh, When he comes again, he said there, will he find faith? Did we do our duty to introduce Jesus? Did we tell them who Jesus is, so that when he comes, they will say, "Oh, that's the Jesus that Father was talking about. That's the Jesus that my teachers and my parents were talking about." Yeah? But if nobody dares to share the good news to non-believers, then just like the Samaritans, they will say, "Well, we never really knew you. Nobody really shared the gospel to us, so there's really no use for us. You really have no use for us," and they would reject him. Unlike the Jews, and again, unlike the Christians of today, we have so many of the blessings and the gifts that Jesus has shown us. His healings, his teachings. We have the Bible, we have the church, we have the sacraments. A lot of these people haven't heard about Jesus, and so um, that would explain the rejection of Jesus. But that's why it's important. The mission and evangelization are it's very important. When we see people who are cursing God, or people who are uh, proclaimed to be atheists, just ask yourself, what have I done to spread the news about Christ to these people? Or am I just going to say, yeah, they're hopeless. I'm not going to even talk to them. Or are you even going to at least try to to tell them about Jesus? The day will come when Jesus will return. We all know that. Will they be able to meet Jesus? Or will just say, hide and say, well, we don't really know who this is, who's coming. Uh, But I think that's our responsibility too. Jesus might ask us, okay, what did you do to these people? Did you even try to bring them closer to me? Uh, the ministry to the Gentiles only spread after Jesus went up to heaven. When the apostles, especially St. Paul, he went out and became the apostle to the Gentiles. He was very good at preparing people uh, for the return of Jesus, preparing people to live the life of the kingdom while here on earth, so that when Jesus comes or when Jesus picks us up, then we know uh, we know who Jesus is and the kind of life that is expected from us when we go to heaven. So it is a reminder for us about the importance of evangelization, the importance of sharing the good news. There's a whole world there. Maybe even those who profess to be Christians, maybe they really don't know about Jesus. No? They just think they know of something or someone, but haven't even experienced Jesus. Tell them so that the day will come when they get to meet Jesus, maybe not in the second coming, but even in their daily lives, Jesus would come, they would recognize him, and they will worship him. I'm Father Jerry Sembrano for another edition of Gospel Bites. God bless you. Have a nice day.